NFL Power Rankings for Week 6. Two usual heavyweights are tumbling. It didn't take long for every NFL team to lose in 2025. The last of the unbeatens, the Bills and Eagles, both lost in Week 5, which sets up an interesting debate. Who is the best team in the NFL? There are 7 teams with 4-1 records, but let's call it a 3-horse race between the Bills, Eagles, and Lions. One thing is for sure. It's not the Ravens or the Chiefs. The benefit of the doubt is running out quickly on those two annual powerhouses. The Ravens' early season losses to the Bills, Lions, and Chiefs are forgivable. A 44-10 record-setting whooping Sunday by the Texans is not, no matter how many Pro Bowlers the Ravens had sidelined. And the Chiefs? They are under 500 after 5 games for just the second time since 2016. Here are the Post's NFL Power Rankings for Week 6, with big tumbles for the Ravens and Chiefs. Lions 4-1, and David Montgomery enjoyed quite the homecoming to his native Cincinnati as he ran for a touchdown and threw for another in a 37-24 victory against the Bengals. The Lions built a 25-point lead through 3 quarters behind Jared Goff, who finished with 3 touchdown passes. Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery both scored touchdowns for an NFL record-tying 14th time as teammates. Eagles 4-1-2. The defense allowed 18 fourth-quarter points as a 14-point lead turned into a 21-17 loss to the Broncos. It was just the Eagles' second loss in their last 22 games, including the playoffs. Jalen Hurts threw 2 touchdown passes, but they went to Dallas Goedert and Saquon Barkley, not increasingly disgruntled wideouts A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. Bills 4-1-1. 3 turnovers were too much to overcome in a 23-20 loss to the Patriots, who ended a 4-game skid in Orchard Park, New York. Josh Allen, who had an interception and a lost fumble, led a 10-point fourth-quarter comeback, but the Patriots snapped a tie on Andres Borregali's 52-yard field goal with 20 seconds remaining. Buccaneers 4-1-6. What a final 68 seconds for the Buccaneers, who tied the score on Sterling Shepard's 11-yard touchdown catch, flipped momentum on Lavonte David's interception, and finished off a 38-35 comeback victory against the Seahawks on Chase McLaughlin's walk-off 39-yard field goal. Rachaad White rushed for 2 touchdowns in place of the injured Bucky Irving. Packers 2-1-1-5. If not for 2 blocked kicks, the Packers might be 4-0, but special teams is 1/3 of the game, as coaches like to say. The offensive line has been without 2 high-end starters for most of the last 3 games. Jordan Love is spreading the ball around to his plethora of weapons, led by tight end Tucker Kraft, 16 catches. Colts 4-1-11. The Colts turned back the clock to the Andrew Luck years with their largest margin of victory since 2013. In a 40-6 rout of the Raiders. Jonathan Taylor ran for 3 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. And the other half of a dynamic duo, Daniel Jones, threw for 2 scores. The Colts scored all their points in the middle 2 quarters. 49ers 4-1-14. Filling in for Brock Purdy, Mac Jones looked as good as he has in the NFL, throwing for 342 yards, 142 to Kendrick Bourne, and 2 touchdowns in a 26-23 overtime upset of the Rams. Eddie Pinheiro kicked the game-winning field goal with 3:36 to play, and the defense made the biggest play by stuffing a 4th and 1 to end the game. Jaguars 4-1-13. Trevor Lawrence slipped, fell, got to his feet, evaded a tackle, and scored the go-ahead 1-yard rushing touchdown in the final minute of a 31-28 victory against the Chiefs. Lawrence used his legs and his arm to combine for 3 touchdowns. Devin Lloyd's 99-yard interception return for a touchdown flipped the script. The Jaguars are 4-1 for the first time since 2007. Rams 3-2-7. Kyren Williams had a strange game against the 49ers. On one side of the ledger, he scored 2 receiving touchdowns. On the other, he lost a fumble at the 1-yard line and was stopped short on the 4th and 1, all after the final 2-minute warning. Joshua Carty missed a field goal and had a PAT blocked. So much for Matthew Stafford's 389 yards. Broncos 3-2, 15. Sean Payton passed mentor Bill Parcells on the NFL's career coaching victories list. And there are many more to come if Bo Nix comes up as clutch as he did to beat the Eagles. Nix completed 9 of 10 passes in the fourth quarter, including a touchdown to Evan Engram. Trailing 17-16, Payton trusted Nix, and he threw the go-ahead 2-point pass to Troy Franklin. Chiefs 2-3-4, Seahawks 3-2-9, Steelers 3-1-12, Commanders 3-2-17, Chargers 3-2-8, Falcons 2-2-16, Cowboys 2-2-1-18. Make every NFL game pay off. Underdog is where football fans become winners. Easy player picks, no season-long commitments, real prizes every single night. Use promo code NYPOST5 to get $50 in site credits when you play $5. Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in AL, NE, 19 plus in CO for some games, 21 plus in AZ and MAZ. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit https://www.ncpgambling.org, https://www.ncpgambling.org. NY call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-N or text HOPE-N 467369. New York Post receives revenue from affiliate and advertising partnerships for sharing this content and when you make a purchase. The Underdog promo code might vary by location. Vikings 3-2-19, Patriots 3-2-23, Texans 2-3-25, Ravens 1-4-10, Bears 2-2-20, Bengals 2-3-21, Cardinals 2-3-22, Panthers 2-3-26, Browns 1-4-28, Saints 1-4-32, Titans 1-4-31, Giants 1-4-24. 5 consecutive possessions ended in turnovers, and the Giants allowed touchdowns of 87 yards, Rashid Shaheed's catch, and 96 yards, Jordan Howden's fumble recovery, in a 26-14 loss to the Saints. Jackson Dart threw 2 touchdown passes to Theo Johnson before the disaster started. Saints quarterback Spencer Rattler had been 0-10 in his career, but the Giants' pass rush was missing in action. Dolphins 1-4-29, Raiders 1-4-27, Jets 0-5-30. A "Let's go Cowboys" chant echoed across MetLife Stadium as the Jets trailed by 24 points early in the fourth quarter of a 37-22 loss to Dallas. Breece Hall's fumble at the 10-yard line just before the first half's 2-minute was a big swing. The Jets are the first NFL team ever to start 0-5 with 0 takeaways.